Get the emotional pain off your chest. That's easy to say, but hard to do. We all know that. That pain, what we all carry in us, sometimes appears in our dream. And when we are dreaming, our emotions are even stronger. And if we have some pain in us, and we all do, during the dream, when that pain appears, it's so strong, and we cry like a baby. Let me tell you my own experience with that pain, emotional pain. I have a cousin, nephew. He is younger than me. And when we were children, when I was 10 years old, he was around 1-2 years old, and I would always take care of him. I could not go on the playground with my friends. I always have to take him with me. My mother wouldn't let me go by myself. And it's okay. I accompanied him always. He accompanied me always. But you know that attachment that we had during those years, maybe 10-15 years, spending together, is imprinted in my consciousness. And those emotions who imprinted our relation are so strong. And they would appear in my dreams. Even now, when I'm grown, and he is grown too, he's a married man, has his own child, I would still dream about him. He would be like a child again, 1 year old, 2 years old, and always I would try to save his life. Always I have to fight against some forces. He would be always in some danger. Maybe he would be attacked by some animal, like crocodile, like a bear, or he would end up in fire, or in some wild, deep river, and he would be drowning in water, or start to burn in fire. And I wouldn't hesitate a second. I would jump straight in that fire or water, or I would jump on that animal, whoever was, maybe anaconda, maybe some huge snake is coming. I wouldn't care. I would give my life for my nephew. And I would always save him. Always. Because I was so convinced that I will do anything for my nephew. I loved him so much. And I love him still. And during those dreams, the emotions were so strong. I would call his name. I would call him, hey, his name is Riyadh, like the capital of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. And I would call him, Riyadh, where are you? And finally I would find him in some danger, and I would get rid of the danger. I was so convinced, I will save you. But you know, during those dreams, I would cry. Many times looking for him, I would cry and, Riyadh, where are you? And the pain in the chest was unbearable. And then I would wake up from those dreams, and the pain was still there. Deep sorrow, deep sadness in my chest. And you know, I am on the spiritual path. I try to understand my mind, and I'm pretty good in it. And during my that spiritual evolution, I became familiar with dreams, with the dream state. And I understood why I am having those dreams about him, and why I'm experiencing so much pain in my chest. Whenever I have a dream, whenever he comes in my dream, he would jump on my shoulders, and I would carry him. I would fly to astral world, maybe higher astral, and he would always be with me. He would be on my back. It's amazing how that emotional attachment to certain people is so strong. And why it would be pain? Why there is a pain? Because he is alive, he is okay, and I still have a dream about him as he was a child. And many of you have such a sad dreams, such a painful dreams, such a painful memories. Especially if you lost someone who you loved. And all that is stored in our mind. And when you are in dream and you are experiencing such a situation with such a people that you love so much, and they are in some danger, you have to find them. And many times they are children. Even now they are maybe grown people. They are grown person. You are a parent. You have a son or daughter. And now they are grown, but you still have them in dream as a child. And you try to save them. You try to protect them. You try to find them. Many times I'm looking for him. I cannot find him. Maybe we are in some shopping mall and he got lost. And I'm looking for him. Hey, where are you? Where are you? And the panic is kicking in. And sorrow and sadness. Where are you? Where are you? And I would always find him. Because I was convinced. I do whatever it takes to save you. And I found later on that our relation is not just from this life. He was a brother in one of my previous life. And that life, he ended unpleasantly. He died as a young child. He got sick. And I was older brother, and he got infected from me. And I felt guilty that he got sick and he died and I survived. And that pain from that life transferred into this life. And he has to be born again in my family. But this time he got born as my nephew, not as a brother. But as my brother, I have to take care of him as I did before in my previous life. And all of you have such a pains in your chest. What to do about it? We need to accept it, that we have that pain. And that pain will last all our life. That pain will not go away. But if we are evolving, if we are becoming more and more aware, that pain will lessen. It will decrease. It will not remain so strong. And you will be able to handle that pain. First, we need to accept that we have that pain. We cannot run away from that. And that pain is real. Don't think that pain is just your mind projection and you caused it with your thoughts. That pain is real. That attachment is real. And we need to accept it. We need to understand that's real. And we should remember that we have all spectrum of emotions, and we are not just that pain. We have other emotions too. So don't get stuck just in sadness and sorrow, because you have other emotions too. And we need to understand, I am sad about someone or something, but I am also happy about someone or something. I am also jealous about someone or something. I am also shameful about something or someone. So don't just get stuck on this situation and that particular thing or person and keep drowning in the sadness. Because we are much more than that sadness. But we have to face it. We have to accept it. But that's not all of us. We have other segments of us. The next thing what we need to do when we are in such a pain, we need to transform that pain. We should not listen sentimental music, some emotional music. We should not we should not just think about empathy, compassion, because that pain will increase. We can feed our pain, inner pain. We can feed it or we can starve it. We don't need to starve it completely because we don't want to do that. And it's even not possible. But we don't want to encourage that pain more than what is necessary. That pain will come. I could not avoid dreaming about my nephew. Before, not now. Almost every night I would dream about him. And I was struggling, I was trying to save him. And constantly I would wake up so exhausted. And I would feel pain in my chest. And suddenly when I, in meditation, had that vision that my nephew was my brother in my previous life, one of my previous lives, that pain lessened, but it's still there. And the dreams about him lessened too, but they still appear. So we need to accept it, we need to understand that we have to have it, and we should not draw in it. We should understand that we have other emotions too. And we should not feed our pain with constantly thinking about it and listening some emotional stories or music, emotional music, because we have to move on. We have to move on. We are not our mind. We are not our emotions. We are a witness of everything. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult to overcome that emotional stage, the world of duality. It's very difficult. We are reacting, we keep reacting, sometimes with pleasant feelings, sometimes with bad feelings. But that's transitional period. That's transitional phase in our evolution. Because no one can be hurt, no one can die. And our sadness is because we are attached to someone's body, to personality. In reality, we are all souls. We are all immortal. But we cannot run away from that pain. The pain is still there. As long as we are transitioning through that emotional stage in our evolution, we're going to face all kinds of emotions. And in our dreams, those emotions are even stronger. But we should not forget why we are here. And we shouldn't forget that we are here to wake up. Don't feed your pain. Feed your soul. This, what I'm telling you right now, is from the soul. It is from the consciousness. To your consciousness, to your soul. But we know that we have a pain. We know that we have emotions. And lots of memories. But there is something else beyond that. Don't forget that we are complex being. You are not just emotional machine. You are much more than that. So whatever happens, whatever happened in your life, whatever sorrow do you have, whatever pain do you have, accept it. Let it go as much as you can. Transform it. Don't feed it. Have other emotions too. And keep awakening. Keep training your consciousness, self-awareness. Be as much as you can here and now. But your dreams, painful dreams, will still exist. But you will understand them. We need to understand that those things are real. That's not an illusion. Whoever tells you that comes from your mind, that's just an illusion, is not correct, is wrong. The pain is real. Just bring right now memory of some painful memory and you will see something is happening in your solar plexus, in your heart center, in your chest. You will feel it, it's there. That's energy. That's not an illusion. That's not your imagination. But you can feed it or you can starve it. You can make it worse or you can make it better. That's up to us. Accept your pain and understand that's not all of you. And understand the pain is just transitional phase. Once we come out of that transitional phase and we become pure witness and we realize our true identity, we're going to be free. And at that time, we're going to see others as they are. Now we see them just as bodies and their emotions and our physical relations with them. But once we become self-aware, we will know their awareness too. And we will know that we are all evolving through a lot of pain, which is okay, but don't get deceived with the pain and think that your life is over. No. There is a place beyond pain. And we need to continue moving toward that place. I'm going to talk more about dreams. The state of dream is very important because that's transitional phase in our evolution. And we need to understand it. In these 3 decades on working on myself, I became very much familiar with the state of dreams. And I was able to analyze what's going on, what is my mind projection, what is the real stuff happening in that astral world, mental world. And I'm going to share all that with you. So, get the emotional pain of your chest. It's easy to say. That's easy to say, but hard to do. But that's okay. Accept it. It's hard. We know it's hard. But keep moving forward. Keep moving. Keep awakening. If you have some bearable or unbearable pain, just share with us in the comments area. And if you have some specific dreams that you want to know more about, just write down your dream in the comment area. And when I get a chance, I will give you my opinion about that dream. I became very much familiar with the dream state. If we are not familiar with the dream state, we will get stuck in it. And I'm going to share with you how to not get stuck in it. We need to understand all those traps of the dream world, or we can call it the mind world. So, I share with you that unbearable pain that I felt regarding my nephew. And if you want, share with us some of your deep pain. I know you have it. Everyone has it. And that's okay. That's normal. We are humans. We should understand each other. We shouldn't be ashamed We should be what we are. And we are just humans. See you in the next video. Breathe and be aware that you are breathing.